Oh, that's fine.
That
I
moves
just
us up, especially for moves in the, excuse me, Nightmare Mount Rose, it moves, it bumps us up to 24.5.
Okay,
It's another place.
now you got anything?
Okay,
I
I think we got-
another place, go back
okay.
It says we're live, so.
and then unmute up there.
Here?
No, don't
No, I
unmute
think
that.
that's just.
No, that's just the audio. I think we're live. Okay,
Okay.
we're
There you
great.
go.
Is there any more public comments?
No, that's it.
Okay, we'll go more into the stuff when we go to the agenda. Item 4 is the adoption of minutes. Take a second or two to read over the minutes. Anything that, there's 2 sets of minutes, no. Just read over the minutes if there's anything that needs to be changed or.
Someone pass you a minute. That ain't John. I'm sorry.
Or if there's nothing that needs to be changed, you're more than welcome to make a motion.
I have one edit. It's gonna be second page, second paragraph, Ernie says that Kiara, comma. It's not a student, it's a staff member. Right,
Kiara is a staff member.
a staff member that works at the youth center, so
Mhm.
just strike the words a student and add a staff member.
Anything else? Would anyone like to make a motion with the edits?
I'll move it.
You have a second?
I have a second.
One second, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. We'll move on to item 5, order of business deferrals, additions, deletions. I apologize for the agenda, the committee chair budget hearing update. With school starting, it's been a chaotic thing, so I barely changed the agenda, as you can see. Same agenda as last time. So I'm going to motion to delete item 6. You have a second? Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. Now I'm going to motion to add item 6. And it's going to be item 6 and item 6A, my apologies. And item 6 will be for, oh my God, I'm blanking out right now. Oh. Item 6 is going to be for the committee report in September. So on about next week. As well as item 6A, which is the volunteer breakfast. Do I have a second?
One session they happen.
Do I have a second?
The what?
One.
Hold on. Any discussion on that? We have a motion open. Sorry about that, guys. Discussion. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes.
The breakfast, what is it again?
I have it on
September.
30th.
yeah. Saturday at 8 AM.
That's it, 5 and 6. Oh,
Committee report.
yeah, my mind is blanking right now. Okay. Anything else for item 5? Any additions, deletions? No? Girls, no? All right, item 5 is now closed. We'll move on to new business. Item 6, the committee report. I believe we are scheduled for next week's committee meeting or council meeting to do a committee report.
We're in the September one.
If you don't turn in the,
We can always move it to November or October if we want to. But November or October, it's great.
in truth, at this point, there really is no rush.
Well, the award.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so that's 2 things that, because the committee report's different from the award, so. We'd actually have to ask to go on the agenda twice.
I think under the committee report, the council can make a
Oh, yeah,
motion.
that's true. So basically, for the committee report, it's just a report to the council of how the YATF is doing, things like that. They want it written. I'm not writing it. Maurice, do you volunteer? Maurice volunteer. I said it literally, and Nancy was there, Mama Nance was there the day that they told us at our committee chair meeting that I will not be writing a written report. Because I think it's nonsense. Because I will be saying the same thing in person anymore. For me to write something, I don't have time for that. I work all day, get home and I fall asleep. I don't have time to write a committee report.
I mean. And by Gina, says, don't forget that YATF wants to present the committee report to the town council. In the September regular council meeting, the committee needs to approve the report. In the Thursday, August 31st meeting. Then, once approved by the committee, you email it to us, so we include it in the agenda. Okay?
So, but this isn't when our report is this because of the problem we have with the award, or is this when we
No,
were scheduled
This
to
is,
report?
I think we're scheduling.
Correct.
Okay,
Whichever, I don't pay attention to the time. I don't know why they split us all
okay, so
up. It's an easy report.
I'll make a
It could
motion,
Be a paragraph.
I'll make a motion to approve the,
We have to have it.
no, I make the motion to allow the vice chair, me, to prepare a report with the chair, that the chair can send to Gina, and that the committee hereby approves the report that will be made.
Okay.
By today, tonight.
We can write it.
It
We
doesn't
can
have to
write
be-
this paragraph right now.
Yeah.
Let's write a paragraph right now.
Listen, and you have, when you're done here, you go home and you have
Yeah,
10 minutes.
does it have to be today?
Well, it says we have to approve the
Approve it
actual
today.
report we're presenting, so I will write a paragraph right now.
We can't do it right now, we're in the middle.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's just say we pre-approve the report. Is that okay with everyone? So I'll make a motion to approve the report. And that the committee gives information to write the report on your behalf with Brian, and that we send it to Gina.
Okay.
We have a second, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. Cool.
Perfect.
We'll move on to item 6A, the volunteer breakfast. Thank you, everyone that called council members. They moved it to a day that everyone can actually show up to. I contacted all the council members as well as the mayor. They were all very upset at town staff, whoever planned this volunteer breakfast. Did not do their due diligence and thought everyone worked for the exact words I got from the town council. They think we work for the town government and have government jobs. We don't, obviously. We're all volunteers. Not all of us. A lot of us go to school, a lot of us work during the day and not for the town. So we can't go off of weekday schedules. But most of our events are either at night or on the weekend. And that's for most committees. Most, not all, most, okay? We are also no longer paying for the volunteer breakfast. They also believe that it wasn't right that committees should be paying to go to a breakfast honoring volunteers. It also did not make sense.
Through the chair, so the breakfast will be September 30th, Saturday, September 30th, at 8:30 a.m. From 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. And I believe it's at the hotel.
What can they do with brunch?
I know, right?
So I believe it's gonna be at Miami Lakes Hotel on Main. You do need to register an Eventbrite by this week. From what I heard, Iowa had another committee meeting earlier this week, with Education Advisory Board. I don't think it has to be this week, but for sure, like in the next 2 weeks, they want you to register because they need a head count. So hopefully I'll be out of town, so I won't be able to attend, even though I made a big fuss about the date.
I like the email.
But it's okay.
I like the email where it sent out to them. Where it's, may I say what you think?
I was like, oh, I asked them if they were gonna provide us excuse letters for the students too.
Yeah.
So for us to give to the principal, so we can miss school. the 10th is like that, but the day was changed, which makes me happy, but unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. But hopefully most of the committee can.
Yes, they changed it for you guys, the students that couldn't go during the day, so please go. I probably won't be there, but please go.
Cause we're like, what, 3 of us?
I'll
Please
go.
go. I'll go, I'll try to go.
I'll
It all
go.
depends. All
You
right,
guys go, I'll go.
I'll be.
anything else on the volunteer breakfast? None, let's do it. Old business bike rodeo, any updates on the bike rodeo?
Well, one is that the public safety committee meeting, that I had yesterday confirmed that one awesome person will be there from them,
Oh, yeah.
and we all know who that is, because she's here today.
Oh, I had an hour and a half conversation with her the other day about it.
Because I should have spoken in public comment,
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask Officer Amador to speak on behalf of a decision that the Public Safety Committee made regarding the helmets, please.
So,
So, because I think I'm supposed to give you an answer. Yes, we still want. Yeah. And all that.
mhm,
Mhm.
they want the table, but the problem with the helmets that came up was that, the liability of, because they were giving helmets, given helmets to them. And then if they present the helmets and, it's in behalf of the town in a way, because it's the public safety committee. The liability falls on the town, and those helmets, you can't just give them away, you have to fit them. So they're not gonna bring their helmets that they have, they just want the table for.
We have our own.
And then the question arises, what are we gonna do with the helmets?
We have our own helmets.
Okay,
Through the chair, if I may, so I want to clarify some things about the helmets. Okay, as far as I'm of the understanding, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what public safety does and does not have. My understanding is I know YTF has some helmets. I've never heard of public safety having helmets per se. We've given out helmets last year, there's no need to fit them. If you are going to fit them, then you need a fitting license. But we've been giving them out without fitting them. There's an organization, Giving Gators, that has a lot of helmets left over donated by Renee Garcia that they offered to donate to public safety, because public safety had, in my understanding, said they would want them to give out with YTF if public safety does not want them. I spoke to Giving Gators yesterday. They want to use the helmets for a good cause. They just have them laying there. Senator Renee Garcia donated them. Whether they go through public safety or they go to us to add on to our pile, so we don't have to buy for the next 3 years. That's fine. I say regardless, we as YTF should take the helmets, even if we have enough. If we don't use them this year, we'll use them next year, we'll use them the year after, we'll put them in our closet. But Giving Gators has them for free. Renee Garcia, told them, keep them, give them to a community, give them to the town. I don't think there's any liability. I remember giving out helmets last year and everything was perfectly fine. So, if public safety doesn't want to give out helmets, that's fine. I still think us at YTF, we should have a table to give out helmets because that's what we've been doing.
It's a bike rodeo.
The bike rodeo. And I also think we should accept the helmets from Giving Gators. Even if we have enough this event, that way we don't ever have to buy helmets again. That's just my thoughts. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
for our side, if the police brings the helmets, then the procedure that we have to follow is you have to have a person that is certified to fit them. We can't just give them off on our side, so we have to have a fitter. And the person has to sign for the helmet. So, if we don't do it, and if you guys do it like that, then.
I mean, is my
that's fine.
memory
We're not
wrong?
gonna do it.
Is my memory
We
wrong?
talked about
Or
this.
could I have sworn that last year we gave out helmets?
We did,
Or the
but
year
I thought we had
before?
talked about this the last meeting, that we were gonna have police
Did we not?
officers there to do fittings. We talked about.
If we bring our helmets. That we have, because I have boxes of helmets, we bring our helmets, we can fit those helmets. And then somebody can sign, but I can't have, like, even if they're the same helmets, I can have the Giving Gators helmets come on our side. Or if Giving Gators is just giving them away, that's fine, that's what you guys are gonna do, but we can't do that, we can't just give them. We have.
The
to-
police department.
That's fine. Can we donate it to you guys then? And then you guys can fit them?
right? Do you guys have staff that day that could fit? That would be ideal, is that we provide the helmets.
That's how it used to be. The police department used to fill. At this event.
And that's what we're pushing for, and for the units to be there, because we have enough units that are certified to fit them, including myself.
Let me reach out to Susan Kawalerski from Bike 305, who has told me she's going to be present. And at her events, she has 2 members that fit helmets. And if that's the case, then maybe we can have them, I can have her bring 1 or 2 people and put up a tent and have her do
If
Go
I
ahead.
may.
Go ahead.
So that we've gone from giving gators to public safety, police department, this lady you just brought up. Let me put it this way. I know that Brian has always been very generous with public safety and given us a table and 2 chairs and a tent, I believe, or whatever it's called. And then I've got my banners. I'm gonna be there. Anybody on my committee, if they're gonna show up, they're gonna show up. These helmets have really been passed around. I never got back to Daylin because we had the meeting just last night. My guys always bring up the liability. So I haven't had a chance because I wanted to come here and find out what you think we should do. And you're coming up with a wonderful solution. I'm all for it. So my understanding is that Daylin has got the helmets. It's just a matter of she's gonna give them to you and then you're gonna have the.
If I could,
Fit 'em.
if I
Just
could
so
be
I-
honest here about the whole liability thing, I think it's nonsense.
Oh, I
When
get
you're
it every
giving out
time.
something for safety purposes, it's a safety device. There's no liability in safety devices. I'm sorry, that's a life-saving device.
But whoever started the.
There's no
I'm sorry,
liability
Rick,
issue. with
Jumping
giving
in
out.
like a meeting, but this has
But you're
been
good.
confusing. And this is the second time I've had to put something aside because my group was worried about.
That's fine. Even if your group
Liability.
doesn't agree to it, we will figure out a way to give
You
it.
want to do that at the table that you're giving my committee? Come on down, grab another chair, do whatever it is. We just won't have public safety people doing it because my guys said no.
Okay,
But I am all for. Well, I'm at the point where I won't wear this, well, I'll wear a shirt, but I won't wear this one. And I will put up my banners and I'll help you out as Nancy Rogers citizen.
through the chair, I think,
Whatever works with you guys, because Brian knows I'm here to help you.
let's just put the issue at rest. Ernie, can you reach out to the deputy town attorney tomorrow, Mr. Kobiella, and ask him if there's any liability? And if there's not, then that's
And
fine.
giving out life-saving equipment.
Can you just confirm? I don't think there is, but can you just make sure with the legal department if there's any issue with public safety or YTF giving out helmets
Because we've never had.
if we're not fitting them, if we're just giving them out?
This event has been
I mean,
around.
I don't
This is
think-
one of the oldest events in the town. We've been doing this for over 25 years. And hearing that it's a liability is the most bogus thing I've ever heard.
Who said this?
Public safety, no offense to your committee, man. But
That
it's,
public
bring it
safety
up
doesn't want to
often.
give out helmets because they think it's a liability. They voted on it yesterday, a legal liability, because they're not certified to fit them. But if we just give them out without them being fitted,
there's no, I don't,
Groundor, let me ask you a question. You said you guys are gonna be handing out helmets from you?
We have helmets and we have people that are certified, as long as they can make it out, and that's. I can send you a message when we confirm that the officers can
So
see.
guys, I'm gonna, thank you for that. So being that we have a person who works in the law enforcement department who has people that are certified, you're asking me if that the liability thing is bogus? It's actually not. Why in the first place would they even have that?
Well,
You don't
no,
understand?
No,
he's saying that
the
his
fitting,
department,
it's a liability for the fitting if you're not licensed. So
Right.
We're not fitting. it.
you cannot
Okay.
fit
We're
the
saying if they
helmets.
cannot come, we're still gonna pass them out. We're just not fitting.
Last year,
But so then you won't be able to.
no, okay, so if
I just
last
believe that
year
when
you
they
guys
have to
couldn't
ask-
make it out, last year, if my memory recalls, the police department fitting people were not available. So what we did was we gave them out. We had helmets just to give out by size, without them being fitted. it is a liability to fit the helmet without you having a license. But if we're just giving them away without fitting them, I don't think it's an issue. Does that make sense? So in
Okay.
case
I'll ask.
Robin's guys cannot come out, which I think in the past that's happened, if I remember where
Right.
there's another event or they can't make it. Then we need to have a backup plan,
See,
and this
for-
event is 20 days away.
Or on our side, if the procedure is, I have to have, for me to get the helmet, I have to. For me to get the helmet and to fit it and to give it to somebody, I have to be, I have to have a certification for fitting the helmet. And then I have to have paperwork that says that I give it to the person. Liability falls where little Johnny was given a helmet on our side. I don't know, this is why maybe talking to the lawyer is a good idea. Little Johnny gets a helmet from me, he cracks his head open down the street. The first thing they'll do is, where did the helmet come from? Oh, they gave it to him. Oh, but you guys didn't fit him and you're supposed to fit him. Bam, that's it, simple as that.
But how is that any different from the kid going to the store and buying the wrong side?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
We're giving it to them.
because the kid went to the store. If he wants to sue Kmart, not Kmart, if he wants to sue Walmart, that's his problem. But it's where the helmet came from. Is a problem, how they obtained the
We're
helmet.
fitting him for the helmet. I think that is.
Right, but if we're not fitting them and we're
We're
just
just
giving
saying,
them out-
grab at your own.
Forget about the fact that it's Johnny's fault that he cracked his head open.
I
Right,
mean-
well, I know, but we're not in that world, the problem is the liability world.
I mean, I
right?
understand-
It's his fault, but they're gonna find somebody
To blame.
to blame for little Johnny and the parents.
It's who's got the
They're
money.
bad parents, but it doesn't matter because they shouldn't let them ride at 12 at night, down the street, but that doesn't matter. What matters is they're gonna find a way to sue somebody, like, oh, you should have done it this way and you didn't, so you're liable.
So I understand that your department's policy is that anytime that you guys give out helmets, they need to be fitted.
And it's not the department, it's the way we receive the helmets, they require that they be fitted to give them out.
Oh, the people who give them to you.
Yeah.
But if Giving Gators gives them to you and they don't have that requirement, we can just give them out. Or if they give them to us, we can give them out without them being fitted.
Let me just,
I would.
Okay,
let me figure it out with the rest.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Anything else on bike rodeo?
I
That's not
mean,
regarding helmets?
the event is 20 days away. I feel like we really need to have a strategy plan when it comes to advertisement. I mean, it's around the corner. It's in 3
I haven't
weeks.
seen anything about it.
That's
That's
all
not-
one
I'm
day.
worried about it.
I asked,
After what happened last year.
I asked for a flyer, but I told me she's not gonna be here,
Can
so
we got flyers in every school, please?
last time because I couldn't get a flyer yet.
Okay, so they did post it. They did post it on the story.
A flyer.
They posted it today on their
Just stop
story.
posting on the story. No one looks at stories.
So the post went out today. This is the flyer. It says Saturday, September 23rd, 9 AM police bike ride, 10 AM main event. So I guess that's out there. I think this is the last time we will meet. The next time we will meet is gonna be 3 days before the event. So everything regarding logistics, I think we need to iron out today. I think we need to come up with I'm sure the town is marketing, which I guess they are, but I think we need to have a plan as well when it comes to giving flyers to schools. I know we've done that before, Ernie.
I have,
We used to put it in the take home Tuesday. thing for
my
kids.
kids are not, my kids are gonna be here the 2 Saturdays before that Saturday, because we're helping set up the flags and we're taking down the flags. But that Saturday, we're not, we just have, you guys say you don't need any help. But if you request some help, I can have some.
I
kids
need
here,
you that day for my event.
Then I could have some kids here.
I need you there for the Youth Activities Task Force that day.
No, I'll be there. I'm
Okay.
I'm talking about my kids.
Oh.
That if you have nobody from the town show up like last
So
time.
when
my
I say,
kids are
when I
gonna be
say
there.
I need you at the event, I need you at the event.
What are you talking about? Right, I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
That we need to stay at the event area and do the stuff for the committee. That's for everyone in this committee.
I'm
please.
confused. What do you?
That I know your kids are gonna be doing flag stuff. right?
No, that's the week.
No,
after.
Oh, okay, okay.
And you're not listening.
I got
The 2
confused. Okay.
Saturdays before,
Okay.
they'll be there. That Saturday, my kids won't be there unless you want me to bring kids.
We need,
But what I'm saying,
yeah, bring them.
Bring on, tell them they can
I
participate.
got,
in the
I
bike
got
ride at
confused.
night.
I thought you were doing, I thought you were doing both. I got
No.
confused.
I'm
That's
telling
right.
you that I think you should have some backup, some kids show up in
Yeah,
case this thing
that's
isn't advertised like last time. Remember what happened? I'm just
Fine,
saying.
that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Bring them,
How many kids do you want me to bring?
All of them.
all the whole school.
No, cause I got my kids.
Bring them all.
How many kids you got?
What, 200, 300 in NHS and 200 in Los
What about
Angeles?
500?
I'm just telling you, you want me to bring them, I'll bring them. What's the time when that bike ride's
At
gonna
nine
be?
AM is the bike
No, no, they're
ride.
coming to enjoy the bike ride.
9 AM to when?
They're not
9
coming-
AM is the bike ride, the
9
events
a.m.
are.
is the bike ride, 10 a.m.
So I think just be there from 9 to 10:30, 9 to 11.
9 to 11,
They're gonna come enjoy the.
enjoy the.
That's our, feel safe, but we still, I still think we need to do proper marketing. You know, is the Laker putting this out, things like that.
All right,
They should.
I mean, from now till then, I'm gonna go to all the daycares. But what I want was like a flyer. I mean, I guess I could
We have a
somehow
flyer.
print that out. or-
No, we can have them email that to us.
We used to
or-
give out these flyers on the take home Tuesdays at the schools. Like in the little folders that they do every Tuesday.
Mhm.
Why can't we do that anymore? Ernie,
That'd be good
Sorry?
for the school.
we used to print out the flyers for every single kid in the school and put them in their
The
folders.
schools need to hear,
Like,
yeah.
that's what. the
No, he
schools-
said that
Yeah,
before.
we did that.
Like,
That has to be,
You and Austin went to our schools and gave out pages.
Be able to put the,
be first,
the
approved
information.
by. You mentioned it, you mentioned the. league.
Oh, intergovernmental.
Yes. I should be-
We're going to our school too.
Yeah, she retired from the lady Martha Montaner,
Gators.
but now it's her boss and they hired a new lady.
Can we look into that though?
Maybe talk to SG.
In all the schools?
Put all that-
Especially for the little ones, like so
No,
elementary.
no, well, not,
Um,
I prefer doing the smaller,
The M,
Yeah,
the
Bob
K8,
Graham and Kate.
Bob Graham, K8, Our Lady of the Lakes, for that one, you don't need an intergovernmental because it's a private school.
Correct.
So Our Lady,
What else?
MLK8, Bob Graham, and that's it.
Yeah.
somewhere, yeah. I
You
think.
have it, so you send it to him.
All right, anything else on?
I
fire?
already reached out
Yes.
to other people and told
I
them.
have one request.
Go ahead.
I understand from the conversation here at this meeting, I'm hearing that apparently Jay has offered those same helmets to you guys now or whatever. So what I'm getting at is, can someone communicate with her that my guy said no? I'll do whatever you ask me to.
I think she watched the meeting last night, so she knows you guys said no, so that's why. she
Right,
called.
that's what I'm saying. I'm catching on to that, but what I'm saying is I can't use them for obvious reasons.
Unless the lawyer says otherwise.
No, her guys already decided. no.
My guy said no, they voted no, so I think we have to go with that, no matter, even if we are, their vote is negated by the town attorney. We'll know for next time, that's all I can say. But the bottom line is, I'm glad to know that the helmets are not gonna go to waste, somebody's gonna get them. Anyone of this group here that's
If
here.
we get them,
And
can we
go from
donate
there.
them to the police department?
Now, my feeling, personal
Okay.
feeling, Brian, is that you're giving PSC a table and chairs
Yep.
and a thing and a tent, right? Now, if you're next to me with helmets and stuff, and I can help line up the kit with them, now I just won't wear this shirt and I'll do whatever you want me to do, because I am
I think it's
appreciative
fine, man.
of what you're
You're
doing.
fine. Don't worry.
So just,
I want you to
I'm
use that
in.
public safety.
that's the bottom line. I'm in, whatever you need me to do.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to know that these helmets are going to somebody in this group.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr.
So who else will be there for bike rodeo that day? Do we have a list or, no, not us.
Oh.
By the way, everybody at this table always shows up to the events. Like the people that are not here are the ones that never show up to any.
Well,
event.
you can't say that about two of the people not here.
Well, not two of them, but you, the ones that are usually here. We go to events.
Everything was, I even was back for everything except for the autism car because it's being rewrapped and I don't think it's gonna be ready.
Okay.
We have the helicopter, the K9,
Yeah,
the
the
cute
canine,
dogs, the stress dogs.
the
Anxiety
comfort
dog.
dogs,
the
yeah.
Can we please bring
Yeah.
a bloodhound? That's what I
But-
want. They're so ugly, but. they're so
No, they
cute.
don't,
What's yours?
because there's not, they don't,
They don't-
they're very specific to
They need a bloodhound.
search and rescue for, you know, for humans. They don't like to use them for like events.
Oh my god, I remember they brought one year and it was so cute.
You know?
He was such a happy dog.
And we're not gonna have the presentation one where
But we're still
like
gonna
the
have.
bike one and all the comfort dogs.
Bring the funny.
I'm trying to get two comfort dogs, not one helicopter.
Oh, do we wanna invite the Humane Society for dog adoptions?
Oh, I
I
like that.
thought about that. We used to have.
They would love to that.
Is that where like you can adopt on the spot?
Yeah, I might adopt
That'll
a-
bring people.
I might leave with a puppy that day.
That'll bring people.
You're
Alright,
fine.
before I forget, I think it would be a good idea, like, Leo's right now, he's doing a list.
What are we talking
He's, at my school, Leo's gonna make sure that we advertise this event. We have like a Gator News and we have announcements, and we're gonna make sure it's advertised.
advertise-
That's what Leo's gonna do. But the other schools in this area, maybe if every member can grab a school and like try to visit that school and take them a flyer and do something.
Didn't I
for the younger
could've sworn I
kids.
sent you guys,
You said
Flyer.
it's a flyer. I'm saying that maybe we assign like every young member, team member to go to
I
a
think we
local
have
school,
both
like
schools
Bob
covered.
Grant, like, I don't know. what. No, we just have HML and Barbara Bowman, this.
Thing is, I can't go.
No, your work, I'm talking about.
Yeah, like,
You cannot hear tonight. The teenagers,
Oh,
they go to the schools nearby,
Okay.
to visit the schools, ¿tú me
So
entiendes?
what Ernie was saying is that, so whenever the town in any formal capacity interacts with the schools, it goes to the CPS office of.
Oh, we
Intergovernmental
cannot
Affairs.
do that, we cannot do
No,
that,
I
we
mean-
cannot advertise in our school.
correct?
He has to email
Oh.
intergovernmental affairs and then the district gives us permission. No, you can, as Leo, you can give out the
Right.
flyer at your school, but we cannot visit other schools and promote it like that. But at your school,
Well,
like,
you're, at his school, he can.
right, he-
Yeah.
You wanna put it in Gator News and.
Yes,
announce
yes,
We can, I just wanna make sure, for.
I think
don't
that's
wanna
fine.
meter la pata.
As long as you're not posting flyers everywhere.
Mm,
Can we post it like on Instagram, like have our.
yeah.
Can I-
Your
can
club,
our
yeah.
school post it on the school's Instagram?
Yes. I
They
think-
can repost it.
They can post it, tell them, they've done it before.
I'm not sure,
There's no post.
I'm not sure.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And then
I'm not sure.
I was thinking maybe I can speak to people, okay, like I have a teacher, if she can somehow.
Miss him.
But it-
Yeah, maybe
We have-
that's-
Like that.
We have Barbara Goldman, we have HML, what are the other?
I have the
schools?
principal.
Bob Graham, give me the Bob Graham, give me
I
the
know
Bob Graham.
the principal's my cousin.
Above Graham? Above Graham?
Yeah,
I think she's still the principal.
I don't know, mira, let's go,
Who's
we're talking to Bob Graham, ¿cuál es el otro? ¿Cuál es el otro? Bob Graham.
I'm okay, that's it.
Miami Lakes Middle.
And he's gonna do our day the other day.
Yes, but it's really, and then what about?
We have Miami Lakes
I'll
Middle
try
and
Bob
HML.
Graham though, but if someone could get it for me, because I'm so. busy,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could barely reach.
I can do that. And
And
then,
then tech or men
Yeah,
tech
sure.
or.
my sister goes to tech maybe.
Oh, man.
I forgot about that.
So- real
Everywhere.
quick,
Yeah,
the
you
bike
know.
ride at 9, how many spots are available?
As many as we can fit.
No,
How many-
they're like a max.
How many can the police escort on bikes?
What if 200?
And is the police doing that? Like, did we pay the police? How does that work? For the
I don't think.
because I know neighborhood improvement.
They
does.
changed that, they changed that.
People that show up there and
Yeah, they
then
won't.
either for the event. I don't think a lot of the kids will show up for the bike ride, maybe
They
a
don't have
few.
bikes already.
I think the
Yeah, I
teenagers,
think
yes.
Maybe a
Huh?
few.
I don't think the teenagers wanna go to the event. I think they'd rather the bike ride. I would rather do the bike ride than go walk around and look at the cars. You know what I mean?
I don't know,
Well,
if there's a
that's-
helicopter and dogs and like whatever else we have there, I think they're gonna rather be at the event, and also the
Yeah.
fact of how they're gonna get their bike there, it's not. Like, not a lot of people live by there, it won't be, and I don't think it'll be such an easy area to get bikes.
So we have bikes there, right?
Not a lot, but we have. a
Like
trailer of
305
bikes.
is gonna take them, right?
Oh, 10 only? Okay.
We have
And
10
only
bikes.
10 is-
Oh,
I gotta ask like.
and what about the bikes we're giving away?
That, I'll get with, Officer Amador, see if we can make a visit to Andy's.
How much do we have in our budget?
For this event, like 3,500?
That's like asking what,
And we have a sponsor?
like asking what I ate last
Let's
night.
say start buying some
We
cheap
have a
Walmart.
sponsor,
bikes.
right?
No, we don't. have a sponsor.
No, there's no sponsor.
Go to the pawn shop and buy some bikes.
The bike, the BMX trick stars are confirmed, they're good to go. I don't believe, maybe I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, I don't believe that we won't. Or will not have bikes, I think we will. This person that Officer Amador and I visit, is extremely, gracious and, doesn't mind doing that, so.
And did we
That's what we're
ever,
hoping.
look at the swag items to give out?
No.
What is our excess in the budget right now? Okay, because I mean, the fiscal year expires in a month.
We need to start spending.
And yeah, if we have money left over, that would be
We
a
have a
good
lot of
time to
money.
spend on YTF gear and stuff.
Sure. Buy me a balloon, man, please. They're like $300 on Amazon.
Yeah, because then we need to act fast on that.
I don't, Brian, since you know everything, how do we get that changed? The fact that we can maybe, if we have extra money, why can't it go to an event that we have? Why does it have to go for us to use it?
We'd have to, it's the.
How does that get changed?
No, that's, you can't change that, that's council policy. At the end of the year, any money that a committee does not use, that does not,
It goes away.
it goes back to the general
The
fund.
only thing that goes, are you ready for this? This doesn't make any sense, but are you ready for this? The only money that moves over is sponsorship money. But guess what gets used first for the event? Sponsorship.
But I'm
money.
saying, have you guys ever tried to change that, or like, did you propose a change to
We're not
that,
gonna
where we
wanna-
can talk to it, where we
I
have
don't even
governance,
have
we can't talk and go.
After the sponsorship money is used, then the budget money gets used.
So do-
Whatever budget money we don't use, goes back to the account.
Verbalize it.
They did not approve a fee
No,
for
sir.
the budget. They do not want.
Because, I don't know, things are more
Just
expensive.
start buying swag
Maybe instead of
and balloon man.
six, they might
And
get
bubble
give
tea.
four, and that's, you know. we
To
want
start
to
this,
go more.
Whatever happened to the fund?
Can we buy things that we need for it? You know, something for-
That's extra money.
Like, what if we get home, it's
We're gonna get
like.
speakers, the music is gonna be played from, I guess my eyes.
Did we get a good DJ?
No, we discussed that we were gonna put speakers and not get a DJ.
Didn't we discuss? No, we didn't discuss that.
You guys mentioned it.
I
Speakers.
do not recall mentioning a speaker.
So that we can put a the stereo system instead of this DJ, because they suck.
That's not on our,
And I remember, and also you were supposed to speak to Daleen about some DJ that she
Yeah,
has.
did you talk to a DJ? You said you were gonna talk to a DJ. You did.
that is not in the minutes.
I remember that, the DJ.
I remember that too.
I remember that. You were on with a DJ.
I mean, I can get you
Because we
guys
didn't
a
like the
quote,
DJ.
I don't know about free, I mean, how much are we willing to
No,
spend?
not free.
How much?
We never said free.
What's the budget?
We had, it was discussed that you guys did not like the DJ. That's fine, we're gonna know the DJ. I don't know what the price is. You need to give me that price and I'll let you know if we can or cannot. Or, and it was mentioned, we do have a speaker system. It's a Fender speaker system with 2 tower speakers and, an amplifier, and they do it on the events. And that was mentioned by,
I don't recall that one. I said I could do better music, but I never said to do that. I said, get me a better DJ. Than that one dude that no one could hear anything from.
we don't
But
need
the speaker system will have.
we don't need to make it loud on this event.
For bike riding?
But even at bike rodeo, you couldn't hear the music last year.
Where's music?
Exactly.
We didn't hear the bike riding, we didn't know that, we didn't hear the
I
music.
didn't even say
But the
that.
music
Why
that was bad,
prove
the
it?
music that was bad, was it at the spring? When was the bike music, or was it?
It was spring
It was
fling.
Spring Fling.
We had the same guy at spring fling.
Yeah. No, it was I don't think.
You guys figure out what you wanna do with music.
We need DJs.
And you let me know,
Looking for
you know.
DJs.
Hey, if it's somebody we can talk to.
Yo, invite Power 96. Actually, we have a connection.
Can
We have a connection with Power 96, by the way.
If you bring a radio station.
We have a connection with Power 96.
It was a connection.
The town has a connection with Lucy Lopez and Power 96.
So how do we research that? How do we find them?
Yeah, we'll get it in 20.
They literally DJ they used to DJ the mayor basketball event.
How long is the event, 9 till?
So they might come out, and that's another way they could advertise it on the radio.
Yeah, with the local.
Oh, I should contact only in
That's only.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, you're old.
It's
You know only in
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a
They're
quote,
actually a whole business. so.
like, it's gonna be like $300 for the DJ. That, same budget?
I'll text the guy.
We have left.
I'm just gonna text him our flyer, that's it.
Listen, make sure that the guy has 17 cabinets. You know what cabinets are? You're young. All right, cabinets are, boxes with speakers. I want to make sure you can hear from the other side of the lake. And I want this guy happy.
For 300.
I'm deaf.
I want this guy happy.
I'm deaf, so it works.
You can't hear it.
Ask him, make sure that Ernie's asking that the DJ has to have at least. With 20-inch woofers.
That's what. That's what they use for Fourth of July.
I want the Fourth of July stage, bro.
Bro, we don't need that much music for an event that people are just gonna walk around. It's right there.
It's so quiet and boring.
We'll put music-
Oh, can we get Sweat for 40 to do like a workout?
A what?
A workout.
A workout?
You remember they did it for
No, contact.
for the health fair. That's Sweat for 40 led like a
Hey, the athletic club.
on the stage.
That poor gentleman.
Wait, hey,
Not many.
the athletic club needs to bring out the Zumba people. But we should contact Power 96 that has a contact here with the town. I think it's the mayor. I'll have to contact Manny.
Maureen, call your best friend. the mayor.
I've worked with him on Lucy Lopez and he's tried and she never got back to me for one of my events. I do know a company that manages a bunch of radios that they went to an organization's event. They have. a bunch
Contact
of
our
radio
radio.
stations.
Listen, just an FYI, for those of you that don't know, in past events that I've worked where radio stations were included, it takes at the very least, 6 months. 6 months, okay, not 23 days, number one. Number two, don't think for a second that if we do get a radio station, that they're not gonna ask you for this.
Mhm.
There's a DJ, that DJ needs to be paid on that
Stop,
day.
no. I'm done.
There's a DJ and that DJ needs to be paid. The host needs to be paid. So if you're gonna have Lucy Lopez out there, hi, I'm Lucy Lopez for Paradise. You
Well,
think she's doing this for free?
she does it for free for the mayor.
Am I the mayor?
You should.
I'll
Let's
contact.
think realistically. And if he,
Contact
and if he was unsuccessful. How long did it take you to get to?
You know, I tried getting her for my charity basketball game last year through the mayor. And it was not successful.
Give it a try. Doesn't hurt to try,
Doesn't hurt to try.
but I'm letting you all, I'm letting you all.
I can
know
also
it
contact,
takes a while.
by the way, Only and Dave has sponsorship people that would want to sponsor, so I'll contact them and see what they got. I'll contact the guy,
Tell them to
that's the community guy.
Contact them for our bigger events, not this.
For Halloween.
I can contact him from, his
That-
volunteer at our events.
That'd be
So-
fantastic.
The only thing I am, a little seriously worried about is that we have monies expiring at the end of the month. We don't know how much money is gonna be left in our budget, and that's money that is gonna go to waste if we don't spend it. So what I'll do is,
We
you know, I
can't
can
spend
make
on
a
a specific
motion.
event though.
We don't even know what the
So-
line items are in.
All right,
We
so,
can spend on materials,
so do you need me to purchase swag items?
swag items. You could purchase a balloon dude, a bubble machine. Another popcorn machine for all I
Right.
care.
But here's the problem, Ernie, so we don't know right now what line items has what money. Right, so if you have extra money left over in the,
For the spring.
if you have
We
extra,
made 4,000.
right, oh, that,
Another banner or two.
where does that money go? 4,000, into what line item, you know?
No, that's our expense, that's our money, that's our money, that, I think that moves over. We paid that money. But I'm not sure,
Sorry, just pushing, yeah.
we'd have to see where that
Yeah,
goes.
check where that line item goes, and if so, I would recommend that the adults. Make a motion, to give her any permission to spend that money on swag.
Okay, but what about the?
I'll make a motion to have Ernie spend the money on swag.
Yeah, at his discretion.
Or
At his
materials.
discretion, or materials.
So you guys trust me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ernie, of course.
Give me a bubble machine, please.
But
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Oh,
No,
no, that's the second.
Robin,
A second.
I'll second it. Any discussion?
Quick question.
You guys can all discuss, yes.
Okay, but for the DJ, is it going to be the same DJ that we've always had, or is Meldy's going to try to? get-
well, I just got a quote for $300.
Well, we'll talk about that after we have a motion of the line after something else. 1 second. Please buy me a bubble machine. Any other discussion? I really want a bubble machine.
You're gonna do great.
Any other discussion? Any thoughts?
If we need to do like a special call meeting because something doesn't fall
I could call.
through or anything.
I think it's 48 hours.
Yes, like,
Also through the chair, I don't remember, did the adults already allocate money for the award?
Yes, there's money, there's a line item for it.
No,
For the.
not, that's the problem with why the flyer.
Well,
didn't go out.
we'll go to that, we'll go to that
So-
once we get to the line item.
So maybe in this motion, you could. There,
No, we can make another motion. Because we have to present it to council too, so we can do that there.
Have you
too.
voted on my motion?
So, yeah, any other discussion regarding the motion? Seeing none, please take a roll call of the adults in the committee that are present.
Brian Rodriguez.
Yes,
Diana Bejas, yes. Robin Avalos. And.
Yes.
motion passes. There you go. Have free reign.
And never mind.
Anything else? Oh, so
Spend it,
last,
spend it.
last thing on bike rodeo, are we okay with inviting the Humane Society with puppies?
That would be perfect.
Can we,
That's a great-
we can reach out to them, I think Ernie should from the
Great
town.
idea.
I agree.
But
That'd be okay, Ernie?
and then the DJ, can we motion for to either approve Molly to DJ for the event or? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, why is know how much you're gonna charge? I mean, how about, I think you guys should, we should make a motion to give Ernie discretion on the DJ as well, and I'll work with him sidebar. when
Okay.
I make a motion to give Bernie discretion with the DJ as well.
I'll second. Okay, so did we amend it or is that another?
No, it's another second one.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes.
Okay.
So we did talk about bringing the Humane Society, I think that'd be awesome, they literally go out to anything. And puppies.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
But that is, if he's a big one, just no.
I don't like that.
If there's no puppies, then we'll be upset.
This is not like,
Are you guys,
you're not gonna get like pro.
And
Get
pigs
him the
too.
hot dog puppy.
do they adopt pigs out of the
No.
Humane Society?
I don't
I think
know.
so. I'm
Probably.
Oh my god, I wanna pop them.
I know the one in Broward, they
Good
have
answer.
bunnies and. What's it down, bunny, and something else?
They have birds.
Yeah, like little.
Critters.
They have birds and snakes.
Yeah.
So everyone's okay with, can you reach out to the Humane Society, Ernie?
The Humane Society,
To do the van with the
Adoption.
adoption. van.
Adoption, pet adoption.
The adoption
They'll
bus.
come, they'll bring people.
What, yeah, what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring like. All
They're gonna bring families.
Like all kinds of people are gonna show, that are not from the town.
Oh, is that bad?
No, that's good.
No, that's good.
People are.
No, like-
Oh, they're very scared.
Like,
And there's gonna be like very loud.
everyone sees
Well, that's-
puppies on that flyer, they flock. And if they say yes, we gotta put them on that flyer.
Absolutely.
Puppies.
Okay. Chair meeting.
What do you think happens in Hialeah whenever they bring the Humane Society? They flock and all the dogs go away in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
So, Humane Society, anything else on bike rodeo? Did we ever reach out to Miami-Dade College? For their bus
I think,
or FIU?
I think we're good.
you don't want to saturate
You
it,
know who,
careful, there's a lot of people, according to Officer Emitter, who are already going. And they already post big vehicles, be careful with not putting too much out there. By the way, Freebie has decided to join in, them being a public transportation that they have for the town. And they're going to, what's the word,
Response.
showcase, the new Tesla.
Oh, are we getting a Tesla?
We're getting 3 new Teslas.
Hey, so yeah, but if we could get, I think the Humane Society is a no-brainer though.
yeah.
But could we talk to the fire department?
they're, yeah.
I
they're
know it's a small
confirmed.
parking lot, but we gotta figure something.
They're confirmed, they're bringing their, truck, yeah, that's confirmed.
I know at one point we had the
Oh,
SWAT truck
just a
there. One year we had the SWAT thing there.
Yeah,
We had the Coast Guard at one point in the boat. So I think that's too much at that point.
oh, wow.
Well, this event used to be big. We used to take up the whole parking lot at Shula's. When I say it was big, it was big. Like the whole back parking lot of Shula's, the hotel, that's a big parking lot. A lot bigger than what we're dealing with at Mary Collins. That's why I've always asked to go to a bigger space.
Right.
Even Royal Oaks is a bigger space.
Correction, I did speak to corrections, whatever that was, They advised that they're gonna try to come out with like a fingerprint.
They do the IDs. and
The ID
fingerprints.
for the,
Oh,
yeah.
perfect,
Mhm.
great.
They used to be there all the time. They came last year. They were there last year.
Officer.
Was that them
Sherman,
that comes from?
Customs was like one of the only people that showed up.
are we
They
good
come
to
every
leave her?
year.
Any other concerns from you that we need to discuss?
No.
Okay, perfect.
If we need space, can we extend into the park, Bernie?
No,
Why?
because that's a green space and that needs permission by the town.
I thought we had access to the whole park.
No, we have access to the parking lot, which is what we all said. we're gonna do.
I remember last meeting when we talked about this, to have the whole park.
Through the chair, yes,
That's
question.
impossible.
We
Brian,
do it for every other event.
because we asked for it.
I'm just.
It has to be done with some.
Just asking a question.
That makes sense.
Are good with me? I think we're good. We explode into the outside areas. I go with the flow. All right. Anything else with bike rodeo before we move on? Cool, we'll move on to the item 8, Town of Miami Lakes Youth Advocacy Award. Maritz?
Perfect. I'm gonna be really quick. It's been a headache, ever since we last met. I would have hoped to, at this meeting, already select our winner for the award. It's been a lot of struggle behind the scenes. The flyer was made. It looks beautiful. I'll show you guys it.
And the application.
And the application, everything was perfect. And then the day that the flyer was gonna go live, it was blocked because we needed council approval because that,
Apparently, they didn't approve our budget when they told us they approved their budget.
well, the bill,
They gave us the same budget as last year with the same line items as last year.
so what happened was that it technically, since none of the budget was approved, even though this was like only a $200 item, or whatever it was. Since it wasn't, none of the budgets were approved. That's it. It was technically it's not a council approved event. And since it's not approved by council, we cannot advertise it because council needs to approve all the events. So I tried getting on the August meeting. And they didn't let me go because my committee needs to make a motion giving me permission to go talk to the council about this. So this pushed us back a long time. So here we are. So that's just the update. So I'll make a motion today. Unfortunately, I will be in Hungary the next council meeting because my brother's getting married. So I won't be able to be there to present. If Brian's gonna give his report that day, that's when he would do it. And if not, maybe it's good if someone else from the committee, Leo, Haley, Ariana, Gabby, goes as well to present on the award just because I can't.
Here's the thing, we have a month left
On month 4.
of this budget year,
I mean, either way,
and it's on our budget request for the next budget.
with the-
Should we just hold and wait for the next budget year? Instead of making a whole fuss
Okay.
now, we have literally, from tomorrow, we have. a
You're
month.
only gonna you're only gonna be off by.
We have to have the awards done by
no,
the last. day.
no, because look, it's real simple. So if sponsorship dollars travel over and those 4,000s travel over, we only need $200 for the award.
Correct.
If we just need to get approval now, what's gonna happen is when we present our budgets, the town council is gonna say no to the budgets again, just like they did last year, right? They didn't approve any budgets, and we're gonna be in the same boat. We need approval to do the project. Whether it's this fiscal year or next year, it doesn't matter, because once we get approval, we get approval to do it, whether it's now or next month, right? So once we get approval, and then, it'll carry into October and November. But we can just use monies from next fiscal year, from the money that carries forward, right? It's only $100.
Oh, we also have to request to move all extra funds from this fiscal year to next fiscal year. I need to bring that up too.
So if anything, at the September meeting, Brian, if you wanna word it, something like, oh, we ask that you create a $0 line item for our next budget. Or that you give us permission to do the youth award, and that's
We can
it.
have a sponsorship.
Yeah.
one.
Once exactly, and that's $200. We can get sponsored for that easy. So we just need them to approve it, to say, yes, you're allowed to do it, so we can have the green. I'll show you guys the flyer really quick. I think the town did a great job. I'll send
I
you
saw it. I think you had something to.
guys. The town did Jonathan. He's really neat at doing all that. So it came out great. So the moment that we get approval from council, we'll launch it as a go. So I'll send that in the chat once I find it.
So do we have a motion to present this to council and ask further permission to add this to our line items.
I motion to, yeah.
Wait,
Say it again. I just say it. I motion to,
doesn't have to be.
I
perfect.
forgot.
Do we have anyone else that wants to
A
motion?
motion to present the award at the next council meeting and then have us present it to them and ask for permission. Or to do the award.
And then I'll second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. I'm also gonna make a motion to also ask the council to move all remaining extra dollars that can be moved over from this fiscal year to next fiscal year. If there are any remaining.
Second,
A second, any discussion? Actually, no, that's money.
no, it's you asking council.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, second,
We have a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. Cool, so we'll work on that for, I think the next council meeting is next week, right? 2
Yes,
weeks.
it's September 12th.
that's not, no. I'm sorry.
It's right before our
It's
next
2 weeks, I'm
meeting.
sorry, my apologies, it's 2 weeks from now.
Okay. And then you'll have the committee report ready.
Sure.
Well, when do we have to send that?
Today.
Today? Okay.
Send it to me, yeah, and send it again, I mean, we have,
Alright.
4 hours before.
It'll be a paragraph. All right, and please ask Gina to add those to the agenda as well. It's all part of the same thing. When we go present to council.
Add those, so there's gonna be a couple things that he's gonna,
Yeah.
all right.
No. It's the committee report and then the requests.
Okay,
I don't want to be separated throughout the council meeting.
Understood.
And if you could ask her to put me at the beginning because I work at a school,
Mhm.
that would be very helpful. I'm not waiting to the end of the meeting. So that's what usually happens.
no, sure, no, I'm gonna take care of that first.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on to item 9, Halloween. Tomorrow, September 1st, meeting spooky season starts. So we gotta start planning this. We already have a gold sponsor for this event. We have talked about last meeting possibly doing gold sponsors for each big area of the event. I still think that's a great idea. Including the haunted house. The trick or treating area. And the pumpkin decorating area. Because if we got a sponsor, let's say for pumpkins, we could buy a lot more pumpkins. We need to buy a lot more pumpkins this year. We didn't, we ran out of pumpkins in 5 minutes.
In 2 seconds.
Did we decide to try?
I think we decided not to charge.
Yeah.
I also received a sponsor for the pumpkins.
How much?
We don't have a tier for it. But I did.
They're just
explain-
donating pumpkins?
I did explain that it was $400 spent for pumpkins. And for the stickers, the decorative stickers for the pumpkins. I also explained to them that, this is not part of a tier, but because they were interested in doing some kind of, sponsorship. So I told them they could do that if they like, or they can feed, the kids food and beverages throughout the event, or candies for our candy station. They decided to go with the pumpkins. I explained to them that $400 was spent last year from Publix and from Amazon for the stickers and then for the pumpkins themselves. There may be a slight upcharge because of inflation. That's just the way it is. It may be more expensive now. So they originally said 400. I told them that 500 would probably be the best thing. I'm waiting on their response, but they said they were in.
So last year, those.
I'd
little
say we
itty
spend
bitty-
$1,000
little
on
itty bitty pumpkins that we had was $400 for them little itty bitty pumpkins
Yes,
that went away in 5 minutes.
yes.
I say we spend
What?
$1,000.
It was pumpkins,
Can we get that $1,000
trick or
treating, Take out your money.
for each section.
That shouldn't be $400 for sure. How much is it per pumpkin or
You
something?
can buy pumpkins
Yes,
online.
Guys, remember, it's per
Pound?
weight. So
We should buy the
maybe-
little tiny ones with this.
Where does the church get their
You
pumpkins?
can buy the little tiny ones.
Where does the town of Miami, that,
They get it-
Methodist church, they get it from?
They get it shipped from like Utah. Or
That's what I'm
like-
saying, we gotta get a ship.
or
we gotta-
Mexico.
We need a truck.
Fees, you have to remember fees also play a huge part. They don't charge fees at Publix.
You
They
can't
charge
compare it
fees.
to, the Miami Lakes pumpkin patch brings in revenue like $300,000 a year.
I know, we don't need like,
But, like-
a trailer for the whole bunch of it. I don't know.
They can sponsor.
How about in Homestead, do they have any people? in Homestead?
Wait, no, at the
Like,
church.
It's cheaper.
More.
We charge-
Okay.
So
Shouldn't we move the money over now?
Yes,
We cannot.
That's gonna look good on the report.
30, no, put 40.
The extra money that we have, can we use it to buy pumpkins or whatever?
It was 40,000 eggs.
That's why it would be, that's why that I made that motion to move all remaining funds to the next budget year, whatever is movable. We cannot buy things for a certain event if we are not having that event. Remember, Halloween already passed. We cannot buy stuff with this budget for next, an event in the next budget year. That is against the rules.
I know, but the rules are illogical.
That's why you go around and you can buy materials. Pumpkins are attached to an event, unfortunately. And we can't buy pumpkins until before the event, so our budget would be gone.
Just so you all know, and I like the way you're thinking, Soto, but so for those of you that don't know, when we receive candy from Candy Nation, which is the people who we purchase our candies through, there's a $500 delivery fee because it's in, I think it's in Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken. And I was asked by, why are you doing that from all the way over there when you can do locally? I told him, I tried looking locally, but they don't have the quality that that the committee is asking for. We don't want to put, little, juju fruits. We want, Jolly Ranchers or M&Ms and that's, it's gonna cost. But what makes it even more pricey is the fact that we have to ship it.
Yeah.
So
Shipping is expensive.
it is, and remember,
What if we go pick it up ourselves? Road trip. It's probably cheaper to ship than paying gas.
probably right.
So,
You're probably right.
but anyway. Hopefully, from what I've heard from council, most of them are leaning towards approving the budgets that we requested. Most of them, but they say that every year. So we don't know for sure.
Don't get too excited. Let's just wait.
I can tell you who.
Oh, I can't do it, I won't. Let's see what happens, but the thing with Halloween is. It's right at the beginning of our budget year. We gotta start planning this now.
Mhm.
Actually, we should have started planning this, which we did. Last. I believe we're having the same stations.
Yeah.
Well, do we wanna, no, we don't need face painting.
No, it's at nighttime, guys.
Yeah.
Face painting is no
We
good.
should have ponies, but no.
I think we just had trick or treat on the couch.
Yeah, it was trick or treat, a haunted house, pumpkins and food trucks
Yeah,
and the DJ.
Plus there was one more.
Have we already contacted the FX?
In April, I contacted, and they're in, so we have no worries there.
So if our budget does get approved, we did move more money towards Halloween within our budget that we asked for. And that's the budget that we are planning.
I have my candy reserved already by Candy Nation. I have the haunted house, the Light Effects Pros, and I also have the.
remember, the more money we put towards the haunted house, the better the haunted house is. That's literally the words from Light Effects every single year. More money we give, the more we get. A lot of stuff got destroyed at one point because of rain. And mold and nastiness. So if you guys know anyone that would like to donate. Old costumes, old decorations, anything related to Halloween, we will happily take it.
Are we doing extra hours for the whole costume?
Yes,
Because last time.
we also need to,
Last time.
I'm sorry, the last time was a mess.
do we wanna do like drives within the schools, like
Yeah,
say like,
That's what we're gonna do.
okay.
Yeah, that's what
I'll do it for my.
We
Like,
also,
We ask
a
the
costume
kids to
drive,
bring
decoration
their
drive.
costume, and we get from community service hours for donating a costume. I'll bring
Lots
the
of different-
costumes.
You can get decorations.
My kids
Yeah,
are allowed,
yeah,
my kids are not allowed to come to this event, but I'll bring costumes.
What I was,
What
what
are they
I,
allowed?
Well, I have too many kids, so-
Oh, the event break.
but I'll bring a costume.
wait, for, what was gonna happen this year, how many do we have volunteers? Are we
So
gonna-
that's what I was just gonna get into.
Okay.
For the volunteers this year, if you're going to volunteer at anything, you have to be there the day of the event and the 3 meetings.
And you have to be registered on the
We're
event.
talking three.
I'd say 4, but.
But like,
I think 3 is fine.
Two is fine.
I know, I'd say the introduction meeting,
Uh-huh.
then with 1 setup and another setup, 2 setups.
That's good, yeah.
Are we gonna
That
have-
that was a little too much.
Are we gonna have 4 meetings and make 3 mandatory, or are we just gonna do 3 meetings?
And the event, it's all mandatory to get hours. If you don't show up to one of them, you're not getting, well, obviously. The meetings but if you don't show up, if you show up to the meetings and don't show up to the event, I'm not giving you hours.
There's no point.
oh, yeah, there's no point.
But,
And then,
we have to be strict with it, because the
Yeah.
day that we really need the volunteers is the day of the event.
Do my kids donate pumpkins?
Sure. Didn't kind donate.
Pumpkin donate.
I think that's a good idea. Every volunteer bring a pumpkin.
Bring a pumpkin.
The
I've
date-
never heard of that.
But some people are giving them away.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, you mean to get it to early?
No, you bring it the day of?
yeah, you could do something.
They don't buy it, they don't bring it till the week before. How many days can you have it? A week before?
I think bring it the day of.
So I usually purchase the pumpkins about 4 days out.
Oh, okay, that close.
Mhm.
You can't get it too early.
When is the last meeting before the event? It'll be like.
Usually we have them on Tuesdays or Thursdays. We have to fix that.
Tell them, bring it to Tuesday.
Because you're not poking them, you're not breaking them up.
You're not,
They'll-
yeah.
Yeah, they'll like.
They do last, they do last.
Chiquitico de la.
I sent you the
Last year, they were already organized.
I sent you the
Not
report.
organized.
I doubt it.
The yeah, no, sí,
Yeah.
Send it to you by text.
We can have pumpkin.
So here's the thing. How many volunteers? I think we asked for 150 last year.
You said I had.
no, we had us like.
Okay, wait, I saw.
75, but we needed more, but then people kept coming in.
Yeah, so I
And
think
we
we
ended up
should
with like
ask for 150 and then we'll work with it. Because what happens is a lot of these kids stop showing up and then we were low last year on volunteers.
Yeah.
Very low on volunteers.
I'm not gonna advertise.
Because I need to have like double the people for the haunted house to switch out those kids. Because they were dead last time.
So how many are we asking for an event?
I'd say double the volunteers.
How many did we have last year?
We had 75, but about 50, maybe less.
I'd like to make a very, very quick announcement in with regards to what you all were speaking about. Jonathan, who is, he's actually watching the meeting, he says, if you're still there, please let them know that we've been running advertisement since the end of last month and have had it in our newsletter. And we let Linda from the Laker know a month ago for their runs when we got the info. Okay, so just so you all know.
Sounds good. Okay, so, what was I saying? I'd say at the end of the day, the more volunteers for this event, the better. Here's the thing, Ernie, I need you to work with me on this. I do not want these volunteers outside. I need the community
Yeah.
center. We asked for it last year. We need the community center inside that big room.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but after what happened last year, I cannot have,
Okay, so what the only thing that I will be able to do is to work around the calendar. You need to take into account that there are Boy Scouts, Sea Scouts, Girl Scouts, associations, which I'm sure, I know that Robin Amador has been there for security purposes. These people have already had, there's also Garden Bunko. which is-
so what days do you not have?
Let me figure out, let me see the calendar. Hold on. I got you right now.
Is there-
I just wanna know, just so, because it was a mess last year with all these kids outside, we've had it in the past. for
My
years.
first year on the committee, we did it in the big room and we didn't even put anything away. We started
We
organizing the
actually-
costumes and
We
we left
have
them
the
there.
whole community center for the whole month,
October.
why can't
Do
we
you have
have
elections?
that? like we
Any
did?
elections coming up? No?
No, we used to have the whole.
Elections are coming up.
month.
I don't think.
Nothing for us, nothing.
Not like last year?
The 28th is a Saturday, that's when we're hosting the event, yes?
Yes.
28th. Okay, so. Let me check to see what we have.
Twenty-fifth,
We're doing Thursdays or we're doing,
I say Wednesday, the 25th, and then the Wednesday before that.
Okay, Monday,
remember, one of them is
Yeah,
gonna be.
can we do Tuesdays?
Monday at 7, Monday, excuse me, October 16th. At 7 o'clock, there's an HOA meeting in room 2, which is where they go. But I could, that's the only thing that's happening there and in the evening. What I can do is move them over to room 4 or room 3. That would give us the opportunity to have rooms 1 and 2 available.
That includes the big,
That's 1 and 2.
okay, October 23,
No, October 16th, that's a Monday.
Monday.
right, but October 23, you don't have anything
Why?
that week of the event.
Because it's a Monday.
It's on Monday.
Well, the same.
I'm going to.
It's necessary.
When are we having the meetings? Thursday, like, what day?
Well, whenever the they.
Tuesday, all right, check it out, Tuesday, October 17th. There's an HOA meeting in room 1 at 7:30. There's nothing else happening that evening, I can move them over to rooms
So
3.
that's
or
October
4.
17th.
That's October 17th, that's Tuesday. So 16 and 17, there's HOA meetings, but I can move those, that's all that's happening
I'm
here.
okay with the 17th.
Me too.
I'm gonna move to Wednesday now, Wednesday.
That would be our meeting day.
That's our meeting day, no, that's not happening, Thursday,
I know, but it's.
I think that's too close, I'd rather have.
there's nothing happening on Thursday, the 19th.
I think Tuesdays are good.
I'm fine with Thursday for the first
Oh,
meeting.
yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, that's,
Well,
that's a
no,
week
no,
out.
there's 3 meetings. What I would do is the Thursday, a Tuesday, and the Friday right before.
That works.
There's no school that day.
Friday, right before.
I think on my calendar.
There's no school on the Friday?
There's no school on that Friday.
Why?
Why don't we
It's
do
already
it-
been on the
Why
Friday.
don't we do it in the morning?
It's Saturday.
Our event has always been on the Fridays if there was no. school.
Friday the
There's
12th.
Saturday.
For me, it says, like, I wrote it down on my calendar, there's a district-wide professional development day.
Oh,
That's not school that day.
I have school.
Broward does.
Oh.
I think, what day is that?
Broward does,
Or the 27th.
27.
Broward does have school.
So there's nothing happening on Thursday, the 19th.
I'm okay with that.
Nothing Friday, okay. Let me see, oh, Monday, the 23rd, they canceled the HOA meeting. So Monday, there's nothing happening.
Doesn't meet that month.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
What's on the 24th?
Out of town twice.
I'm out of town the full week of, from the second week to the third week of October.
What day is that?
Perfect.
The 9th?
Let's do it.
Guys, hold off with who's not gonna be here in the week or the week of, so there's no.
Yeah.
Let me just go through real quick, what we have.
The 17th.
So Monday, the 23rd of October, we have nothing, there's nothing going on, meeting in rooms 1 and 2. That's available. That's on Monday, the 23rd of October. Somebody make sure to be writing this
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Tuesday, October 24th. We have. This will be perfect. We have one HOA meeting and that's happening in room 3. Right now, as we speak, room 1 and 2 are available as well.
Take note.
That's Monday, October 23rd, and this is Tuesday, October 24th. We have both availabilities there.
You have 4 days right there.
Okay, let's go to the 20, all right, Wednesday, the 25th, there are no events. So all rooms are available there.
We do Wednesday for me.
Thursday, the 26th. Is the state of the town address, I don't know if that's.
We won't be able to do it. We did it last year, don't we, last?
Friday,
We didn't have police there, remember?
well, the 26th will be the last, would be our last day, because Friday will be the 27th. I don't think anybody wants to have a meeting on Friday.
It's always good to have a last minute, but. Because if,
The
is
26th,
there anything on wait, is there anything on Friday at the,
The
Community
27th,
center.
is there anything in the 27th?
please tell me there's not, because this will work out perfect.
no, there isn't.
We can move everything into the community
On the 27th,
No, the
on
26th.
Friday.
that Friday, the 27th.
What do you mean, move everything into the community center?
You mean we can leave everything out on the 26th, on the Thursday?
Or on
No.
Thursday, whatever. you
On
want.
Thursday.
You leave everything out on the Thursday.
But you can't have the meeting on a Thursday because you have that other thing going on.
Oh, the state of
In town.
There's nothing happening on that day on Thursday, and there's nothing happening on Friday.
What's your Wednesday?
And Wednesday.
There's nothing happening. on-
Also, we can leave everything out
Can we
on Wednesday.
reserve that room for the rest, that whole week, basically,
Yeah.
and put everything in there the
Sure.
week before?
I think just do like 3 meetings that week. And then
Have
the
all your
Saturday?
meetings that week.
No.
No.
I would rather not do that, because if we need something, we need time to buy stuff.
Okay, so you want the week You want the week of the 23rd
I'd say-
to the 27th, reserved
I'd
1
say-
1 and 2 for us.
I say let's do the
Yes.
17th as the first day,
Okay.
and then we could do the 24th, the Tuesday. And the 26th as a final on the Thursday.
Can I do the 26th since that's the state of the whatever?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, the 25th is what you mean.
But then if you do Tuesday and Wednesday.
Wednesday, 25th is wide open.
The state of the town is on the 25th.
The
26th,
26th, the Thursday. is the
Oh, okay.
time.
That's why I said Friday.
Friday, let's do Friday.
That's the last minute.
I mean, might as well.
We do-
We always do
We've always
Friday.
done the day before.
Okay, then make it the 27th. That's the Friday.
That's fine with me.
27th.
The 17th.
So
Tuesday.
17, 24, 27, that's it.
I'm okay with
17.
that.
17, 24, 27.
Cause the good thing about having it on the 24th, if they need anything, we could figure something out and purchase it. We have to buy stuff. We have that 2-day gap, right, Ernie? Am I correct? That we can buy on like Amazon or whatever, 2 days.
17,
27th.
24, 27. October 17th is the Tuesday, October 24th is the following Tuesday, and October 27th is the Friday, the
So,
day before.
If you could reserve the room from the 24th all the way to the event,
What time?
that'd be great.
So the first meeting, the 17th, the second meeting, when?
24th.
Unless you can reserve it for those 2 weeks.
And then the third.
I
meeting
cannot
is the
reserve for the 2
23rd.
weeks. What I can do is
Right?
reserve it for the that final week.
Let's do that, because it makes it easier to lay everything out.
I'm
Sure.
And when they get there on that day,
Keep in mind,
grab your stuff and go.
keep in mind. Please. There are karate, ballet, and jazz happening in the evenings. It does not, and that's town address. That is from 4:30 all the way to 6:30,
That's every day.
every day except Friday.
Oh, but I thought you had mentioned that all those things were free.
I'm talking about the HOA meetings and stuff like that.
Oh, Ernie, but basically nothing.
But we have our meetings at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock.
Right.
No, your meetings are at 7.
No, not for these kids.
Absolutely, Brian, because there's no way I would host a meeting
Right,
while people are going high up.
We've always done 6:30.
We voted like 6:30, yeah.
Yeah. They were late. They were at night. That's why we had to.
That's what we had to guys.
Why can't the town have stuff for that week? It's one of the biggest events in the town, dude. Like, can we ask the town, please? Can you talk to them and say, move it,
Another day.
move it to. Run
the
home
kids
to
the
the
week
empty all the
off.
time.
Yeah, it's empty.
Literally, it's empty. No one uses the building.
It's just 4 days.
Except for bingo and dominoes.
And then it's already.
Like, dude. This is the second largest event in the town.
I'm fine with doing it at 7 on those days, right?
Guys, keep in mind, when we did have access to these rooms. There was still ballet and jazz and karate. happening.
Earlier, yeah.
No, but we never left everything laid out. In past
He wants to
years.
leave everything.
All
left
right, we can't leave everything laid out.
Ready for the day of
I'm
the
gonna tell
event.
you right now, that's not gonna fly, but I'll ask.
Well, we used to do it.
If anything, we can just lay everything out on the Friday. We lay everything, I
That-
don't think there's gonna be an
The
issue.
way it was
Friday,
done,
Saturday.
the way it was done was, remember that rooms 1 and 2 has a massive counters, massive, long. We hope we put everything up top. People did what they needed to do. No, they're not gonna touch it. Trust me, they're not touching.
We can't give them half a room. They do the whole room.
Room 1 does ballet and jazz, room 2 does karate.
So it'll be from
Ask
7
to
to what?
Did you say an hour?
Eight.
8:30.
Classes.
There's only 2 meetings. The first introductory meeting isn't that long,
No.
unless
Unless
we already start organizing. I don't know if we want to do that.
I think that.
That's.
Yeah.
The first day, we always just like pick out all the boxes and like.
Pick up everybody else, throw them back.
Yeah, I get it.
Decorations. A lot of people thought it was like kind of useless, to be like, put them in and put back.
Yeah, it's
Like kind of like.
Oh, also take into account, in the mornings, we have Tai Chi, yoga.
Does that happen on Saturdays too? Will that
Next
happen
year,
on the
you
day
need
of
to
the
take the
On
whole
what?
thing.
event? On the day of the event, are there gonna be Tai Chi and yoga?
No, there's nothing happening on Fridays, there's no classes.
But
Saturday,
Saturday, the day of the event.
Saturdays, there's nothing
So can we
happening.
lay everything out on Friday night?
That's
Yeah.
what we're planning.
Okay.
Really, that
Same
small room in the back, I'm sorry.
No,
That small room in the back that's next to the A little
By the kitchen,
by the kitchen.
it's in
I
Cuadro.
know it's very small, pero
Can we
could that
store
be
everything
used
in
to
there?
leave the stuff out there? Because the back and forth, I think is where.
Okay, so you wanna, so what do you wanna do? You wanna have it in room 4 on
On the
on
first
Thursday,
day,
on Thursday evening?
no,
You
on
wanna
the
come in
first day, on the first day of the meeting, when we bring everything out, put everything into that room.
Right, instead of putting it back over.
Because it becomes
On
a
the
thing of,
17th.
most of the time of this meeting is bringing everything out and putting everything back. It takes up the whole meeting. Like, at least give us somewhere to
Okay,
store it.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, in room 4. Which is the one next to the kitchen. They have knitting and crocheting. I can move them over to room 2. So there really won't be any issues there. And on Mondays, only on Mondays, for la mañana, they have a homeschooling group that goes there to read and art and do art, and they're only there for 2 hours. I can move them.
Yeah, it makes our life so much easier.
Hold on, I'm trying to think, because from 11:30 to 1:30.
But you don't have to take everything. back.
And then on the Friday, we could use the whole room, the big
Yeah.
room, and spread everything out.
When would we see if we're missing supplies? Are we gonna see on the 17th if I'm missing anything?
Probably, on the first day.
Because we have to do that. We do a quick introduction, then we start going through and see what we're missing.
Inventories, you know, you're.
And then we could use the big room that night and then move everything back in. Move all the room instead of putting it back up on the shelves.
Yeah, or if Ernie's saying that we can put it on the sides, if we need a little bit of extra stuff or inside cabinets, anything like that.
Thank you. Be safe, everybody, please.
Speak
Is
to.
Like I said, it takes over an hour to put,
Yeah.
to bring everything out and put everything back.
Speak to.
Ridiculous.
Um,
And then I'm there till 10 o'clock at night and then work the next day. I'm like, well,
At what time do you work?
I work at 7 AM every morning in Weston,
High school. like-
by Alligator Alley.
Okay, we're trying.
So
Yeah, but try.
if we could have that room for those 2 weeks, Ernie,
2 weeks does not happen. It's on right now. 1 week,
When we-
very possible.
That week.
Not even
no, that room just to store the stuff in and if you
just
can
need
move.
it room
The
4?
week of is fine, because we only have one, the week before. we're
I-
only
the
meeting
thing
one
is-
Has
meeting.
the information on
No,
that.
but we're saying, for example, the informational one, if we bring out all the stuff, we put it in the big rooms and then
Shouldn't bring anything.
can we leave it in the
Well,
small?
we
room?
have to, so we know what we have.
That way we know what's missing, so we can buy it.
So the first meeting is typically Brian and Moritz
Talk.
speaking to the volunteers. And we're bringing everything out that same day?
Yeah.
Well, we went from 4 meetings to 3.
Okay.
That's the thing, and at that first meeting, they're gonna have to put everything right back. Because there's no place.
I said 4 and then they said 3.
Okay, through the chair, I think we can plan out the meeting. We have a meeting in September, which is still a month before the meeting. I think we're good. It's getting.
3 meetings is fine, 3 meetings is fine.
I agree.
Well, the thing is that we're not gonna, you're gonna have to put everything back, there's just no way around it, because he's not gonna have a place to put it for a week, for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks? No.
No.
For a
you
week?
Can do.
Sounds more doable.
Unless I had a 4th meeting and have that Thursday and from that
No,
Thursday on.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Have them take the stuff out, put it back, you always do it, it's fine, they'll survive.
I'm not putting anything back.
No, they are, they do.
It's
Okay.
a-
You're gonna have to wait until we're done talking then.
I would like for you guys. And by you guys, I'm referring to the chair and vice chair. To make sure. That. When the haunted house event is over, they cannot leave.
Absolutely,
Everything has to be placed back where it was,
absolutely.
okay? I got reamed for that
I was the only one out.
Not
there.
once.
Yeah.
twice, even last year when I wasn't there, I got reamed for it.
Oh, I got yelled at by town staff
So,
for me being the only one out there.
I'm letting you know.
The kids.
oh, this is part of the event. For those who are volunteering, you cannot leave, especially after the breakdown of the event, which is the toughest thing to do.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be tired, they wanna go home, they wanna hang out,
Yeah.
they need to do this.
When I got yelled at, when
So-
I got yelled at for being the only one out there picking up.
You could tell them what Brian said, if they don't come to the meetings, they don't get their hours, if they don't come to the event, or vice versa, they don't show up to the event, but they show up to the meeting, they don't get their hours. If they leave,
They don't get anything.
They don't
they
get
do
it.
not get a hour. Not a minute, not a second.
And
They
no
have to
sitting,
stay-
and no sitting around.
They have to stay. That's when we really need them the most. Cause at the end of the day, they're gonna come by on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What the heck is this? And what excuse am I gonna give them? What reason am I gonna give them?
Really quick, before we finish off here, I wanted to say how many volunteers we need. Are we doubling it?
I
Or I say
would
double
say so.
100. Because we
I
know,
would say at least 100.
we know we're gonna need a lot.
125.
I think,
And 20, guys.
you gotta remember what happened last year.
No.
Fill me in, what happened last year?
We had to close the haunted house like 10 times because these kids were screaming their lungs off, tired.
Yeah, it gets hard. Like,
It gets very difficult, very, very, very difficult. We had 3 kids in the pumpkin area.
I think the more we can do,
We
like,
didn't have enough kids in the trick or treating area. Cause we lost half the volunteers. That's the problem with this, with not asking for more volunteers than we need.
Yeah, the.
How so?
Double it. How many did you ask for?
75 last year.
Make it 150?
Yeah.
I'm being honest, Ernie, it was, you were there last year.
Yeah.
You saw how it was last year in that trick or treat area. If you saw how long that line was for the trick or treating area, that we didn't have enough manpower there to help us.
I say 100 volunteers.
Not even, because if half of them leave, we don't-
125, is that good?
I'm fine with that.
Why don't we go on even 200?
We had 300 at one point.
450.
You saw us, Ariana, we had 300 kids at this event at one point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right, what I suggest, just a suggestion, you guys make your decisions based off of the votes or, you know, why don't you do what Brian does, which is he does the selection, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with it? Why don't you create a mandatory, I don't know, 50, 60 kids for the haunted house only? Okay, but the catch here is to have them come in from this time to this time to do their you know, their scared thing. And then from this time to do that, another, yes, another day. Just an idea.
the only thing is, I was gonna propose to also see if we can lower the amount of time, because I remember last year we were kind of sitting around doing
Doing nothing.
nothing for a while, and especially if we have more
Well, we're
volunteers.
also not ready when the event started, so.
Yeah, but if we have more volunteers, we should be able to, I don't know, I think we'll be able to
Stagger.
set up faster.
And also the pumpkin area wasn't set up.
Oh my God,
But
Ryan.
there's not much to set up there either way,
It
so
wasn't even-
I don't know.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Well, listen, that's something you guys have to handle, man. If you guys, so then don't tell the kids to get there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Tell them to get there at 2 o'clock,
Oh, we did.
or sure, 12 o'clock, in the radiant sun,
Yeah.
hot and blazing sun.
7:30. We used to do 7 AM.
I rather, in all honesty, I'd rather wait,
We did.
Yeah, we did.
I'd rather wait an hour to an hour and a half, sitting down, doing absolutely nothing, having the kids watch their Instagram and waiting for the event to start. I prefer that.
Yeah, I'd rather start earlier.
It's better to start earlier.
And if we have the inside, we can have them all sit inside and wait.
Right, listen, and seriously, I really want you guys to think about this for a second. Imagine you have your own home and you're inviting 30 people to a party. And you're not ready, the house is not ready, the food's not ready, you're not dressed, it's sudado because you got to shower, you have to change and then you're already getting your doorbell ring. Because you got people coming in, I know you're gonna get stressed out. You don't wanna do that,
I say
don't be in that
have to sit there
situation.
at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm being honest with you. Last year, we were running very late and people were already showing up
What
and
time
we were
is the
still
event
setting
start?
up
What time
at
does the
5.
event start? 5. So you want kids there at 10 in the morning?
Fine.
We used to
It's
do-
better to have more time than like less time and literally like.
And rush.
literally breathe.
Brian,
I understand that from like
Fine.
a perspective of
What's the
us.
difference?
wanting
We
to
do, we
organize.
start at 5.
Five.
What time does the event start?
5.
I'm hearing discrepancy.
wasn't it 6 to 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said 10.
Yeah,
So what's
change it.
I thought it was
6
5.
o'clock. Okay, so if it's 6 o'clock, if it's 6
Maybe
o'clock,
that's
what time do you want kids there?
Through the chair, I think this is a discussion for our September meeting. I mean, it's still gonna be a month before. November is probably not even gonna open till the first week of October, so.
That is correct.
I think we should call it a night. It's a long meeting. It's almost 2 hours. I think we're.
You guys make a decision.
Absolutely.
That's up to you guys.
I think we have to think about it for sure. It's just a matter of maybe not today. Cause it's, I mean, it's still August, September already, but It is already there. It's
It's
like,
happened, and then I will start calling emergency meetings every week.
Perfect.
This is why I'd rather get it done earlier. Because if you guys want me to call emergency meetings every week, I can do that. And have you guys come in every single week of October up to the event. So we could discuss it really quick right now. Or I could start calling emergency meetings when we get there. And I'm sure you guys don't want emergency meetings every week, right?
Right, come on.
And we haven't met in over a month and a half now.
yeah,
We're late by 2 weeks. I'm being honest with you. Trust me, I wanna go home too. I'm not feeling well. I wanna go home too.
What are our options? If the event starts at 6, at what time do you guys want people
Alright.
there? Cause to me, to have kids there at 10 in the morning and they're leave at 1 in the morning the next day, I think that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
It's-
hours.
That's nuts, that's nuts.
That's
it's-
not, you
it's
guys.
not.
to me,
So then, this is where my idea comes in. Have a setup crew,
a second-
setup crew, you're done for the day, bye, you got your hours.
And then you get a next.
You're-
you
you're-
stagger the hours. That's-
it's. the
I've
thing
done
is-
it for
I
events.
don't, if I'm being honest, I don't think I said a single word.
The only thing is, I'm understanding that too, is just having people there saying you're gonna be there from 10 to 11, 12
That's crazy.
PM.
That's what I-
You're-
we
you're
said.
high-
It's, you're gonna discourage a
You
lot.
have, you can do, if you have
A lot of
150
people are gonna wanna do that.
volunteers, you can say, okay.
75.
40 volunteers are gonna do this.
Sure,
40 volunteers are gonna do that, and you stagger the times so that it makes sense, because.
so you want them there at 10 AM, Brian? That's not a problem, from 10 AM.
I'm okay to have them
one.
later. I'm just letting you know that what happened last year, we were running very late last year.
But who's at fault with that?
We need shifts.
If we
Okay,
have
can we agree
everything
to
set up in
shifts?
the
Can we
morning-
agree
If it
to
didn't work
shifts?
last year, Pete. try
I'm
a
okay
different
with
one.
shifts,
You're
but
okay with
I'd
shifts?
rather have them all there for the event, because last year. we
No,
were
let's-
under-
That's not what we're saying, we're saying, okay, you can have that, but having, let's say the first shift, the setup shift can leave a little bit earlier, if the event starts at 6,
Yeah.
maybe they can leave by like 8 o'clock.
I don't
at
mind.
night.
Coming out,
And then-
coming.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is, wait, no, yeah, no,
You know, coming.
5 hours.
I would still say,
There's
I
a
don't know how
lot,
to have.
there's a lot. to do.
Guys, yes,
Remember,
yes.
tarping the whole haunted house.
Ryan is correct, and Anna Soto is correct. You have to you have to screen the whole house, which is putting the black
Decorate
card.
everything.
You have to decorate the tents.
Trick or treat tent.
And then you have to you yourself have to get ready in costume. I mean, you
Okay,
don't
so
have to,
let's
but
say 10 okay, so we wanna.
highly suggested.
It takes a
If
long
that is
time.
the
It
setup,
does.
from 10 to what time? 10 to 8?
From, no,
until we finish, until we finish. I
From
think that's-
Poco,
Look, if people are getting 100 hours, they gotta
Yeah,
work.
they
less.
already
They
got
got
100.
100.
They're
working,
working
they're
100.
working 20 hours, they're getting 100.
from 10 AM. Guys,
Crew, make
wait,
it-
these are, wait, these are
I ain't
children.
let's go 1
You
PM.
guys
Oh,
10%.
1 PM.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
No,
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Finish the study.
Let me give an opinion.
Uh-huh.
Cause I've seen this happen before. These kids like their things set up a certain way, cause they're manning their stations. We're giving them freedom and responsibility to take over their areas and their sections, right? Each tent. If they were me and someone was setting up for me, I wouldn't wanna be there. I'd wanna set up my own area. We're giving them the option and responsibility and growing and learning how to do these things.
Yeah.
I don't care about no shifts. Well, they're getting 100 community service hours here. They're getting a lot.
What time does it
And
end? 12,
food.
midnight or 1 o'clock? What time is it?
It's
Midnight?
10.
It's at 10
No,
o'clock.
no,
so-
what time does it
What
end?
time do we finish?
you finish
Tuesday?
wrapping
What
up
time do we
by
finish?
11?
It all depends how fast they work.
It depends how.
Let's say midnight, midnight?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is, that is.
What time do we
All
finish?
these kids, if all these kids help, we could get out of there by 10:30. But we need all hands on deck.
That's
I
14
think 10
hours.
is very-
If you start, I'm not good at math. If you start at 10 AM to 11 PM, that's 14 hours.
I'm okay with bringing them in at 12.
So
We're giving them
12
food
hours.
and 100 hours.
So you, so,
They got 150 last.
They got 150 last
so
year.
you're saying from 12 to 12?
I'm okay with that. They're
From-
getting
from 12
100
p.m.
hours.
From 12 PM to 12 AM.
No.
We
12 to 11, bro. 11 is.
I mean,
Eleven.
if
It's
it's-
enough
okay,
time
three
to
meetings,
like, get everyone
An hour and
out.
a half each, right? 1 hour and a half, it's.
Look, the math,
what's
the
an
math,
hour?
the math back.
Okay, there's 3 meetings. We're saying 1 hour and a half, right?
Yeah.
For the meetings, that's 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours plus a day, 12 hours. Is only 16.5 hours for 150 hours. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yes.
like,
Well, we're
you're
getting
getting,
there.
look at what you're getting for, and we're asking you for that day.
It's not that
Even if
bad.
it's 14 hours. Come on, I was a volunteer, I was a student, that's how this is the event I started in, guys. Are you ready for this? And you can ask Ariana, cause she's done it here before. We got there at 6 AM. And we were there till 2 AM. Just so you are aware, because this event used to end later,
And we used to get 75 hours.
and we got 75 hours.
I feel wrong. I feel wrong.
Ernie, you were there at one point when we were doing that. The Halloween event. Ernie was there. Ernie was.
Okay, so
there.
10 AM to 11 PM, regular agreed hours, and no shifts. Is that what we're agreeing on?
Yeah.
10 AM to 11 PM
11,
and no shifts,
10
correct?
AM to,
11 PM.
no, I thought.
I'm okay
I
with
was-
12,
I thought he said 12.
You're okay with no? Okay, so we're.
but they
agreeing
need
to
to be all hands on deck.
12 PM to 12 AM, basically 12 hours.
We just have to let them know what's going on.
Okay, so 12 PM.
No shifts.
And that
12
means
PM, 12
Committee
AM.
members need to be there on time.
We'll be there.
That's not the.
That's not the.
Well,
I don't think it's. the issue.
And we need the people that are leading their teams, everyone needs to have a team.
Yeah.
To be on top of their team. No sitting around, we gotta get stuff done.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're done with your section, go help another section. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what we did with.
The first section, that usually finishes up is the pumpkins because.
I went to help with the candy, I went to help with
Pretty
the candy.
Yeah, no, perfect. And so what you could do is what, if you have 4, 5, 6 kids there, you station them, hey, you two go to the haunted house, you two, perfect.
The thing that takes the longest is the haunted house. The other day. And the
12 to
trick or
12,
treat area.
not to 12.
Trick or treat, everyone does their individual thing.
It's
It
pretty
doesn't
quick.
take that long. It doesn't
I
take
just
that
wanna
long.
make sure all of us, our committee members, have to be there from 12 to 12.
Quick question,
Well, or until it ends,
there are 10,
until every kid goes home.
there are 10 by 10 pop-up tents that we rent.
That's
Okay.
not enough. That's not enough.
You want more?
Don't we own a
I'm
few?
like,
We need more for candy.
Can we have one? We need one for us. For the YATF,
we have ours.
we need one for public safety.
They'll have theirs.
What?
Halloween,
They get whatever. they get.
I just see them.
Yeah, they were placed like correctly last year. But
So-
we need like 4 or 5 more tents.
So about 15 of
Yeah,
them.
we need to fix the.
I would say 15 tents would be good. 15
Okay.
tents would be good.
So here's where I'm trying to get at.
Actually, I put one at the haunted house, the front of the haunted house would be good, one.
You have 15 10 by 10 pop-up tents, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
How many people would you want inside each tent, Brian?
4?
I think.
Okay, so, no, that's fine. So you have 15, and you have 4 in
Oh,
there.
yeah, that works. Yeah, If anything, like, if one needs to sit down.
It's
yeah, then-
75.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get water.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think five
5
backups.
people in a tent, that's
Yeah.
75 people.
I'd rather get back.
You want 4?
I think 4 is a little
So
better.
15 times
Okay, with
4,
four,
you're
60.
gonna have 60 people.
So here's what I
60
propose.
plus haunted house.
You can have the the 10 by 10 pop-up tent
Yeah.
kids go in twos. And let's say you do 5 of them. Times 2 is 10. You're sending 10 new kids from this time to this time to the haunted house to relieve those kids from all the screaming, the hoolery and sudor, and they can come in and take care of where they were at.
I would not
Like
do
that.
that. Here's the problem with that. You have the people in the trick or treating area that are kind of cutesy,
And the horror people.
and the horror people are,
So you were just complaining about the haunted house?
no, we're gonna have people, we're gonna have.
It's gonna clash, because it's not gonna match. the-
No, I agree, but I'm just trying to figure.
In the
I'm just
haunted
trying to help you.
The haunted house is a whole different
Shifts of
monster.
the
The
haunted-
shift
the
has,
shifts for
the
haunted
shifts
house
are gonna,
makes
that's what
sense.
we talked about last year, were shifts for the haunted house only.
So you have just those haunted horror kids that they
They're
shift.
screaming to the
And
top
you
of
have
the lungs
two
in a
groups of them,
higher.
they all-
Right, that's what I'm just trying to tell
I'd
you.
rather have shifts in the haunted house and 2 different groups in the haunted house itself.
Mhm.
Alternating, because
Okay.
it is very hard, for example,
How many kids are in the
you're gonna
haunted
bring the
house?
cute people.
How many kids are in the haunted house? Only.
No.
How many in the haunted?
25.
Okay, so now put 50 in the shifts. Yeah. What 50 in the haunted house and have 2 shifts of 25, what, have 2 shifts of 25, alternate, have to be there for an hour and then alternate.
That's fine. with me.
It's not that big of an area either. I don't know. 25.
25 is gonna be too
If
much.
Let's
anything,
say
40.
30.
I'd say 20.
I'd say 30.
30, 15, 15. Okay, do you think
15 kids
15?
and just have 30
That's
kids.
15, 30 kids.
15 should be good, should be adequate. You're looking at,
Plus, I'd say make it 40, just to have people for water for that area.
We'll have runners.
Flashlight people,
keep in mind,
Three shifts of 20.
light people.
guys, keep in mind that a cooler has always been set inside the trailer. And that was specifically, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, it was specifically for the DJ,
2 shifts of 20.
the light effects and the haunted house.
So I have an idea. I wanna know your opinion. getting a 10 by 10 tent for the haunted house area. They do this they did it at 4th of July. And have it as a water tent itself.
Behind the house.
Sorry.
Behind the haunted house.
For the kids.
For like, if we wanna put a fan in there or something in there, a cool down area. A relaxed zone kind of thing.
To take the
Chairs.
shifts, to do the shifts, right?
Do the shifts. If we.
What
we
I
could
could
even
do is get a
10.
10 by 10 tent and do
I'd say do two,
Enclosure.
I'd say do 2 of those, because if we have
Have
15,
fans in
put
there
15,
for the kids.
15's a little much for a 10 by 10.
Keep
I'd
the
say
water
put
in
2.
there safe from.
And we can put chairs in there with water and maybe a table if they wanna
Yeah.
put food or whatever,
Yeah,
or snacks, because that is,
I agree.
instead of having them walk all the way to the community center. they
It's
just
too
cross the
far,
whole park.
exactly, you don't have to worry.
Have them there,
And alternate them.
Yeah.
Maybe the shift should be like. maybe
Right
right
next to me, right
I put it right behind,
behind it, or, yeah.
because then it's also a good place that we can store the extra boxes and everything
Yeah.
from the haunted house, so it's not just out there.
Exactly.
What I can also do is ask Light Effects if they could open up an emergency exit and that have them access to get into there instead of going through the actual entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've always had that though.
That would be
There's
nice.
always been
Oh, yeah,
an
it's a-
exit in the middle that they
There
can
is.
get in and out, yeah, there is.
Well, we could have 2, we could have the emergency exit and then
Have the
that
regular
one that's
exit. Have
connected
two
to.
exits, have the 10 by 10, yeah.
Okay.
They,
I
there's
say
there's
2,
two shifts,
2,
20 and 20.
2
that's
10
it.
by 10.
And
because
change
you're
them
not
out
gonna
every,
fit the shift back.
you wanna change them out every what, 35,
So you
40
want,
Every
minutes,
30 minutes.
30 minutes, change them out.
you want this as part of the 15 or you want to put 17 10 by 10s? Part of this.
Oh, no, just one 10 by 10 back there.
No,
Oh, not part of the 15, I'm sure that should be part of the 15.
So you want it at 17?
16 or 17, yeah, because there's 2 5s, yeah,
Okay.
17. The
Yeah,
more
we
tents,
can-
the
You
better.
know what we could do? We can create a sponsorship for that. Give me the 10 by 10.
what I was gonna say is if you put a third one there. And then put it in the front of a haunted house.
That's a good one, man. No, I-
You know what?
I like that.
For the
I
entrance.
like that for the.
For the that entrance, no, hold on, the entrance is so, you can ask me, the entrance is so blunt and boring. Putting a tent in the front where that entrance is, you can actually make a proper entrance.
Yeah.
It does control the crowd better too, because.
What do you mean?
Stop.
No, I'm sorry.
Un tent right in the entrada.
Right at the entrance as well, that you have to walk through to get in, instead of like the normal blunt wall
Where the
entrance.
sidewalk and the gym area starts right there.
So just put a 10 by 10 where the people have to go through?
Yeah, so then they're gonna go through the tent. So that they know that that's the main entrance.
Yeah.
Go to the, and then,
Yeah,
you know,
the
we're
hot
off the line.
Last year
To-
was
to
crazy.
stop them, it is easier like that, like to, you know, every once in a while, when they're gonna shift out, oh, if we're gonna stop them. It is easier, and then they know they.
Are
have
they
to-
going through our 10 of 10 by 10?
No, that's another tent.
Oh, another 10. Oh, it's a whole other 10.
There's one in the front and 2 in the back.
Mira, me pide como 20 tents. I won't break.
One in the front.
Well, what's the cost of that? Because we're doubling tents this year, so what's?
Well, we have a,
Wait, so they-
Have
we
money?
pay-
we have a sponsor.
Okay,
Oh.
We still have to pay for it, we still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
We have a $35.
Not free.
So this is,
35,000?
that's good.
3,500.
are you, so you guys are telling me that 15 tents
15
Well,
little
the
tents.
are for a
The
county
trick or
station
treat area had 10 tents.
Yes,
You
15.
guys
I
just
don't think
added
we
5
need
more.
15.
and then 2 for the back of the
You guys
kids
had
the rest
two-
and one in
Why
the
you
front.
guys had 5 more tents? We don't have decorations for that.
I'm sorry, what?
We don't
I
have
don't think we have
decorations
enough
for 5 more
decorations for that
tents in the trick or treating area. You guys added 5.
I would say if anything,
I think somebody-
spread them out.
Decoration.
They
I'm gonna
added
have
5
kids,
tents.
I'm gonna have kids donate decorations for hours. Oh, yeah.
You just have 10 tents there.
Yeah.
They just added 5 more. in the trick or treating area.
Decorations.
Where-
What kind of decorations you want? What kind of decorations you want?
Anything?
Give me a list. Give me a list so I can send to my kid. Webs.
Any-
Wait, make me a list.
any-
Make me a list.
It's Halloween
Make me a
decorations.
list.
There's Halloween decorations. No lights. No.
No, but you're just gonna go, yeah, mira, estoy lista para usted.
It's 9 PM, I think it's on the call.
Webs, bats, you know, I don't know when you webs, bats.
Oh, man.
Come on, get it.
Bubble machine, I wanna go.
I know, BTs.
Air horn.
Web, bats.
17 air.
I just said any Halloween decorations.
Todo.
Bring me a
What?
couple machines.
¿Qué vas a querer?
No, no, the web we get,
We're not-
the web goes against,
Dale, what?
The only reason I bring this up is because you just added 5 more tents to the trick or treating.
We can get you more thing for more candy, kids pass out candy, don't they?
But then we need more candy.
Okay, but we're
Also
also,
getting candy, no, we have candy.
Where's the
Wanna do a candy drive as well?
But now do we have enough candy?
Candy. I got a candy drive.
Do a candy drive.
I collected 300 bags of candy last year.
Yo,
I
bring
know
candy, please.
You can do that.
I'd rather have that than the decorations.
That's the problem, you can do that.
I think the candy decoration.
A lot of people donate. Mine
is-
I got into a school, an elementary school for Halloween.
We're really
We'll
good
figure
with
it out.
donations.
All right, I'm gonna motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second,
Wait, we didn't finish the agenda.
Oh, God.
Well, we made a lot of decisions. for
Does
Halloween.
anyone have any announcements?
No, everyone's, oh,
I bought my first car.
Congratulations. Everyone bought a car.
What is it? What kind of present?
Oh, it's a
I got a new
twenty-three Nissan Rogue and it's like a very deep blue.
That's a very good car.
Okay, yeah.
I'll feel what?
Forte GT. Any other announcements?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
No? You have an announcement?
No.
Moritz, nothing?
no.
Moritz?
This wants to go on.
All right.
I texted,
I will motion to adjourn this meeting at 8:50.
I made it, and I texted you it again. If you want, I'll email it
All
to
those in
you.
favor, signify by saying
I'll-
aye. This meeting is adjourned.
Brian, you have homework. Before you go to bed, send Haley a list of things you want.
I said Halloween decorations.
So decorations.
Bye.
Oh, wait, the picture.
I know.
I
What?
know.
I have a picture.